I managed to complete the world's first world conquest, or at least that's to my understanding. I'm not really here to claim any records. That's not super important to me. We did manage to complete a world conquest by starting as Barlis, which is the nation that forms into the Timurids. I want to explain to you some major ideas behind the run. First, we would snake our way to the Holy Roman Empire, become Catholic, join the Holy Roman Empire, and actually form the HRE. But you can see that our name's actually the Holy Roman Tsardom. And the reason that's the case is because we swapped our culture to Muscovite. The reason we did that is because they have really, really strong control modifiers. And then we also did some stuff with the Mandate of Heaven. Even more control modifiers. You can see here we have a negative 20 proximity impact and another 5. So more or less, the Emperor of China provides around 25% proximity impact, and so does switching your culture to Muscovite. And you can see here that we're going to be able to have an insane amount of control, and I don't even really need roads anymore to do this. You can see that my capital's over here in China, but I have really good control. You can see we even have some 100s over in Europe and other parts as well. We also needed to stack tolerance of heretics and heathens really high in order to not get completely overwhelmed by rebels. And I think this is probably the most important modifier that you can stack for the world conquest is the tolerance of heathens specifically, but the tolerance of heretics is also pretty relevant. A couple more notes about the run. The run was not done in Iron Man mode. The run was done live on my YouTube channel where you can go ahead and check out the live videos, but that's going to be a ton of unedited footage, and this is kind of my attempt to consolidate that footage into some good videos. However, I do want to know, not Iron Man, and I did occasionally use cheats to save myself time from having to reload saves. For example, I would delete all my forts because I had a ton of rebels, and obviously I wouldn't want the rebels to have the forts. So if I forgot to delete the forts, I would just tag into the rebel nation and delete the forts rather than reloading my save before the rebellion happened and deleting them that way. Just because I was playing live and I wanted to save time. So there's a few cases where I would do things like that. To me, that's totally fine. I just want to be transparent with that. Nothing major, of course. I only cheated in a way that would circumvent me from having to reload a save, just to make that very clear with you guys. I will say that an EU5 World Conquest is way, way more tedious than an EU4 one. So it was definitely an extremely tough challenge, and one that at times I just wanted to give up and be like, oh, I can't, this is so painful. You know, that type of vibe. If you guys do enjoy this, I'm going to make it into an entire series where we, go video by video. If you guys don't, we'll probably just move on to something else. So of course, like the video if you do want to continue to see the series, but I'll show you guys part 1 where we're starting as the Timurids. I like to skip the part with Barlis. Normally when you play the Timurids, you start as Barlis, which is a nation down here. And you basically just wait until 1360 and nothing happens. In fact, you get annexed by the Timurids, so anything you did as Barlis really doesn't matter. So I don't really include this in the footage, just want to make that clear as well. So we'll be starting in 1360 when Timur comes of age and we actually become the Timurids. And if you haven't seen the Timurids, they have an auto conquest ability where if they occupy land, you immediately own it. Similar to how you would fight a civil war, but just imagine it's a one-sided civil war. So if they take your land, it's just occupied, but if you take theirs, you own it. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this, and let me know what you guys think. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I'm going to be doing lots of EU5 stuff. Anyhow, let's jump into it. So we become the Timurids, and it's time to make our way to our Holy Roman Empire, which is way over here, but it belongs to us. It's rightful Timurid land. Everyone knows that. But there's a little gap between us and our rightful land over there. But to help bridge that gap, we're going to be researching peasant levies, if, I could spell. That way we can assault forts better, because hordes like horses, but when you go peasant levy, it makes all those horses into infantry. And that's what our people need. Also, we can raise levies whatever we want as the Timurids. That's just a cool thing you can do. Now, I could set up estates and stuff like that. Suppose I should do at least a few estates. Probably get rid of the decentralized trend here as normal. And, just make the people happy. We don't want to oppress our people. They deserve all the privileges. We'll just give them what we can. We just want to make them happy, and we want to be able to tax them to the max whilst they're still happy. I think it's a month tick. It's not showing me anything yet. But we're just going to up that slider. Okay, so we're just paying for cost of court. I guess we can pay for our armies and our forts as well. Going to rival a few people. And just wait the 1/6 for our situation to kind of pass here. The rise of Timur. This is going to give us the crazy auto conquest buff. At least while our guys alive. And we're going to just try to make our way to Europe as fast as possible. Or, the Holy Roman Empire. The faster the better. We probably actually just want to go into organizations and pin the HRE so we can take a look at what's going on. Bohemia's the Emperor is pretty normal. So all my states are happy. Oh, I've actually granted away way too many privileges. I'm probably gonna have a disaster now. Pray I don't have a disaster. But I did grant too many privileges, that's for sure. I'm below What's a healthy amount of legitimacy? Let's declare our first war. Well, actually, before we do, let's get our levies raised. We don't need to be at war to have levies raised as a horde. We can just break the rules. Let's declare war. We don't really want to be in this war for too long, but we do need to wait to plan our next invasion till September anyways, so it's fine to, you know, snag a little bit of land in the meantime. I don't really want a ton of land again. I just want to get to Europe or the HRE, but I don't mind taking a couple things while I'm here. We got an event here that gives our leader more military ability, which is useful. That puts him up to fairly good stats here. Whatever I can do in this year is fine, but yeah, once we get towards the end of the year, I want to make sure that we're ready to go to the next war. But it's like, you know, anything that we can get done, it's totally fine. But yeah, once this planned invasion is ready to go, I want to be moving on to the Golden Horde one way or the other. All right, so it's about September. I'm just going to end the war. I mean, I don't really care to take much more, but you know, whatever they want to give me is fine. I guess I'll just take some random stuff. Well, that piece looks fine to me. Could annex these guys, but I don't want to waste the time. I'm trying to get to Europe as fast as possible. So plan invasion on the Golden Horde, raise new levies, and we're just going to get ready to go. My goal here is going to be similar. I just want to try to get this war done, you know, and be ready to fight Hungary by March 29th of 1363. So that is going to be the goal here. Let's go ahead and declare war. Our main goal is to snake to Hungary, and then whatever else we can get is good, but it's not super important. Where's my leader? Oh, there he is. Because the Sword of Islam till the end of the game. You can either get more morale, or you can get more morale, but separatism. So I like this option. So we got 20,000 guys. But again, we're just trying to get to Hungary before the next CB would be possible. So I think I'm just going to split my guys in half. Same thing as we did in the other war. The goal is to finish the war before 1363, because our plan is to get to the HRE as soon as possible. I guess we kind of have two workable stacks here. Probably should have leader though in the second one. And we have to snake, or you lose any disconnected land as the Timurids. So we actually do have to get a proper pathway going. So we're just going to snake our way over. And then, you know, take whatever else. Here, if we have a little bit of his guys here. Yep, crushed. We have another small group of guys here. We're just going to have them carpet siege behind. I don't really think, you know, it's too important. Just checking, when are we supposed to invade here? March? So we only have like 6 months left before I want to be fighting Hungary. And we're just kind of making a scuffed path. I think we can get there. March 29th. And we're basically here. And we still have like a couple more months even. I can end this war though. I don't care about it. I just want to get there, right? I don't, you know, he can give me some random stuff, but it's not that important to me. I don't want to waste any more time fighting the Golden Horde than I have to. Looks like I find peace deal. Hungary happens to be at war, and I'm not loving that, but I just have to, you know, I gotta go. I got the peasant levies done, but I also want to get this. There shall be no grass, less unit food consumption, and more move speed without roads. So we're just gonna go to war with Hungary, Poland, the Pope, and Magdeburg. But really, I'm just trying to get to the HRE. Same plan as before. I want to be able to plan my invasion of the HRE by October 1364. So that is my game plan. Yeah, I need to connect here, so I'm kind of annoyed. But I'm going to just, you know, I'm just getting the pathway. They'll unsiege that, I hope. I want them to, you know, get their stuff back. So I just need to get a pathway going to the HRE. We're almost already at Austria, so that's kind of the first goal. So I think we're going to go invade Austria at, you know, as soon as physically possible. I mean, that's the plan. Once we have the siege, we should be good to go. Kind of like a full year to just hang out and, you know, before we go and fight Austria. Till October, right? But I'm just voting for it, trying to get the most value out of this time that I have. I don't want to waste any time if I don't have to. Yeah, we got 2 months and then it's time to peace out. So whatever we can sneak in is fine. But I would be happy sieging a few more of these locations, I guess. But we can't go ahead and plan an invasion on Austria. That's pretty handy. It took us about 4 years to get to the Holy Roman Empire. Just finishing off a few more sieges, I'm like, you know, might as well. I don't really want to, you know, wait too long, but I do need to switch to Catholic, so this has to be my majority religion anyways. So I'm like, yeah, I don't mind doing like maybe staying a few more months over on this war. I definitely don't want to waste that much time. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get out of here now. I don't really care what I take, just, you know, whatever. We got a Holy Roman Empire to invade. So I'm gonna go to war. I'm gonna have to fight Austria and Bohemia. Actually, I gotta fight a lot of people, looks like. I kind of want Vienna just because it's funny, you know? But I hate to waste time sieging. I actually took a battle here. But it's fine. Just absolute slaughtered him. It's taken me a bit to siege Vienna, but, you know, I figured Vienna, for historical accuracy, I needed to take it. I would avoid the rest of the forts, but I'm like, you know, Vienna sounds like I need it. As an Austria player, I demand it. So one important thing I need to do is get 40% of the locations in southern Germany so that I can make this my core region. Because I want to move my capital here so I can join the HRE. But you can't move your capital unless something's cored. And so that's kind of the idea behind that. But yeah, we're not going to try to waste any time just sieging forts or anything, right? Or not too much time anyways. I mean, I had to get Vienna because the role play, you know? But I'm kind of just like, yeah, you know, I also need to make sure that I can go Catholic. To be able to go Catholic, I have to have 40% of my population Catholic. That's probably why we didn't take a lot of land getting here. We took some, but I think it'd be pretty easy to get 40%. I need to start reducing war exhaustion as a counteraction, though. But really, I need to invade more. And I've gotten all the easy land, and so I just want to move on to more easy land. I'm going to go after Lower Bavaria next. So yeah, let's jump into that war. A lot of my little guys are getting killed. It's fine. They're running around trying to carpet siege. But the important wars, the important part is over here. But I'm just like, I don't care about. I'm not going to go after forests. I just need to do as much damage as I can without that. But just trying to take these sieges very slow, methodical, 4-speed gaming. Like, I don't care about this war anymore. I'll just offer humiliate and some money to Austria. Okay, I'm ready to move on for that war. My humiliate does nothing basically. Prestige is not very important. But yeah, we're trying to get 40% of the land here so we can make it our core region. Otherwise, it's not that important for me to like take HRE land, right? It's kind of silly, really. There's a lot of forts over here. I'm just trying to get what I can get and then move on. I can't get out of here until next year though. So I guess, we'll get, we'll just siege whatever we can siege. Can annex this revolter too. Guess we could research something. We're not really researching much. I don't really care to that much, but yeah, we'll just, get some things going. I imagine I can go Catholic. Actually, just barely, but yeah. I'll go ahead and go Catholic. Everyone knows at age 31, Timur converted to Catholicism. Very historical. There's not a lot left for me to siege in this war that I really want. I mean, like I got all the easy land, but now it's just forts. But I can't get my next war going for a few more months, so yeah, I guess we'll just siege some forts for a few months. Yeah, in April, we'll get going. I think we need one more war, because I don't think I'll be able to select a core region yet. I think I need more land. But all this land's like really awkward to get because it's not owned by one person really. I need to get into like a more wide stretched war, I guess. So just waiting on April 30th. I'll just wait peace. I gotta move on. We can't quite select southern Germany yet. So we're trying to figure out who would be the, who has the most land that we could take from one war. I'm not really sure. Salzburg has a good bit. Could be a good choice. Yeah, I don't mind that. Okay, let's go ahead and get a claim with Salzburg. Go to war. Same type of thing though. We're not going to be going for any forts. We're trying to get to be able to core the region as soon as possible. And really, we don't want to stick around Europe more than we need to be here. There's a lot of easy pickings and stuff like China. So I'd rather go to China in a little bit here. We'll get to China soon. So yeah, just trying to get a bit more land here. I'm hoping that this war is the last one we need for a little bit, but we'll see. We just run around and basically take anything but forts. And then, yeah, we're just focusing on this region, southern Germany. We got to get 40% in southern Germany to be able to core it. And we have to core it so we can move our capital to the HRE. And then, as a result, we'll be a member of the HRE. Our next war is going to be next October. But I think what we want to do is just try to get as much damage to Bohemia done until then, because Bohemia needs to be brought down so I can be the new emperor eventually, right? We're getting ahead of ourselves, but that's the eventual goal. Just trying to group up and crush some armies, get some war score. I need some war score so I can get out of here. I can actually get a lot of war score by sieging Salzburg if I have to, because everything will be unsieged, I think. So I'm just going to get some money and leave. To free city of Salzburg. Unlucky, Salzburg. There it is. We can select South Germany as a core region. So you can see here, it's all integrated. All right. So what we're going to do next is reform into a monarchy, which makes us an empire, but it also gives us extra cabinet seat, extra government reform. I mean, this is a really solid reform it gives you. So yeah, let's reform into a monarchy. The only downside of this is that we can't attack with levies raised anymore. But that's okay. I think I'm pretty much done with Europe anyways. I'm probably going to go invade Ming next. I guess I'm a great power now. Oh, decline of an empire. What? That could be problematic. I didn't think about that one being an issue. Forget, you're not allowed to have negative stability as an empire. Maybe RNG will be kind to me. Oh yeah, I have new laws because I'm a monarchy. Describe religious teachings and noble levies. And there's some new stuff I can research in the first age, like royal court customs. So let's get a claim on China, and let's just go ahead and go to war. She need to group up though, and then we're gonna get ready to invade Ming. There's no Ming. Sorry, EU4 brain. It's gonna be a journey to get there though. Probably could get a spy network going with them as well. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting war. They're gonna have a lot of guys, I'm sure. But generally, what I see with Yuan is that they have no guys and all their subjects are disloyal, and it's the easiest war ever. So I imagine that will probably be the case, but we'll see. I can't guarantee it. Yeah, I think this might be the easiest war of my life. I mean, it depends if its subjects are disloyal, which I'm betting they are. So I think Yuan is in sort of a disaster early on. Yeah, we're starting our invasion over here. I'm keeping my guys together because I'm expecting some resistance I guess I have a free government reform here to take, though. I can go plutocratic ethos. I think we're gonna, any less AE we get is probably good. I love that you just have all the maps of these guys. I think I'm gonna call Parliament for tax season. And look at that. They're already voting for the right person for the job. That's how it is. Anyways, to request additional taxes. We're just kind of force feeding this run. Normally I 5 speed, but I want to be a little bit try hard in this run, I guess. It's also winter, so I can't play the video game for a minute. Yeah, we'll get there. But it looks like Yuan is... I mean, he literally has raised 0 troops to fight the war. Maybe some of his other guys will show up, though. I don't know. Just for now, he's not really putting in his best effort, I wouldn't say. He could be trying a little harder, I don't know. I just feel like he's not committing. I mean, he has negative 100 stability, so I guess that is... I mean, it's a bad idea. I wouldn't recommend it. But I'm like, is anyone going to help him? Or is it going to be like a situation where everyone's disloyal? Forget how you see that. I feel like I might just be greedy in Carpet Siege if he has no guys and all his subjects are disloyal. I don't know if that'll work, but I don't know that it won't. But if all his subjects are disloyal, then in theory, he's not going to get any help. I mean, it's a little bit greedy, but I'm like, he probably has a lot of forts too. It won't be so simple as this. But let's just send it to Carpet Siege. Like I'm okay with that. Just put it up to 5 speed and see what happens, Like if he really has no troops, it's just going to be a complete slaughter. And if his subjects are all disloyal, but that's 2 things that we don't know for sure. It could be that simple. It's just jump it up to 5 speed and see what happens. Is China just going to be gone in 3 seconds? Could be. Don't know. It's looking like China's just going to be gone in 3 seconds, but there's absolutely 0 resistance. I mean, so far, this land's not very populated, though. Like, we're not to the really expensive land yet anyways. But I'm just kind of seeing what's gonna go down when we get closer to the, like, China and stuff, Beijing. Because this is where you see, like, a lot more population. There's a lot of forts, too. Yeah, someone's defending. There's so many forts, though, so it will take probably a considerable, a long time to... You can see I'm just sitting, sieging, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 forts. So I don't think it's going to be quick. But he's not really defending at the same time. I mean, he's in decline, right? There's just so many forts, though. Oh, he's got the Great Wall of China, I think. Is that what that is? I'm running out of money because I have to pay for my stability. I guess you just not pay for it. Nah. The future me has money, right? It's fine. Oh, you know what? It's China. China is a trap. I remember this. China has these super buildings that destroy you if you don't immediately cancel them. That's what it is. I always forget this. If you don't turn down these buildings like instantaneously, you're going to just die. That's what it is. I forgot about it. 27, I'm like, look at this. It's crazy. If you don't turn off those buildings like instantly, it's over. That's what's probably killing me for the most part. So I'm getting trolled by this Decline of the Empire, and I didn't have to form a monarchy, so I'm actually just going to use some cheats here to change it. No shame. I could go back to a prior save. I really just don't feel like doing that. But you can judge me all you want. But yeah, the disaster went away now. I'm like, yeah, I feel bad about doing that, but I could have just not became a monarchy for a bit until I had more stability. I'll even leave the stability slider on for until I hit positive 16 to make it fair. Let's go. I'm the Emperor. I'm going to lead the Ghibellines to victory over in Beijing. Okay? That's what it is. Imperial coordination. Yeah, so it did take me 14 years to become the Emperor. So now I have to go through the very, very painful process of adding all my land to the HRE. And that is tragic. But, we knew this day would come. It's going to take me so long to do it. So we've gone through the painful process of adding everything we own to the HRE, which was literally like 30 minutes of pain. And people watched it live, which is the craziest part, really. But yeah, we're now, we're chilling now. With the Emperor, we're, we're saving China. All right, so that should improve our authority growth a little bit. I want to know what do we got. Also going into debt. Yeah, you can't win them all. That's troubling. We'll figure it out. We can't have these stupid buildings. We only get 1.52. That was a lot of work for that. Gotta get more. We need more. Siege like your life depends on it. Who's this guy? The Mongolian Patriots? That's the HRE land. Should I demand unlawful territory from him? Why? Those are the most upset rebels for some reason. The Mongolians. Like, they're more mad than anyone else in the world. They're just really mad people. They're known for it. Yeah, those stupid buildings try to freaking bankrupt you. You have to delete them so quickly. How does China survive with these buildings? That's what I want to know. Better get my balanced core, Wait, I can't afford that. Surely I own all of Ming. I should be able to afford something, right? I want to turn off my stability slider, but I can't. I owe the gods 15 stability, Oh, hey, I got a nice event. Can I get money? Yeah, sure, dude. Move to the Timurid Empire. It's not going to be hard. Oh, Ming is 99% of the way done. I'm helping, Ming. You owe me some money for this, Ming. Bro, how do you only have 59 ducats, brother? How is it that you would have 0 money? I gotta delete these buildings immediately before they cripple me. It's like literally like 1 month tick. I'm now losing like 10 a month. What are these provincial garrisons either? Get rid of those. Why do I have to pay for this? I can't even turn this off? What do you mean? I don't want to pay for the Great Wall of China. That's unrealistic. All right, those rebels are done. Glory to their Holy Roman Empire for that. True. Very true. I gotta add more provinces to H3. Oh my god. No. No. Not like this. Timur has expanded the H3 more than any emperor in history. Yes, I figured out I could sell some land over here, but to Bohemia, because I'm in the desperate times. And I was like, yeah, I'll sell some land to some people. But I can't find anyone that's that rich. Where are the rich people at? That's what I can't figure out. How could Bohemia not afford anything? I didn't even take that much of his land. He should be fine. I don't get it. Where's his money? Like 40 ducats? Where is your money? Why is everyone in Europe poor? The answer might be me, but that's not what I was asking. You think Venice has money? Venice, you want this thing, buddy? It's really nice. Yeah, it's all yours, man. It's all yours. Sure. Oh, yes. The Hungarian nobles are asking to give me money. Absolutely. In fact, tell you what, guys, I will sell you some of Hungary's land because it's funny. Will you buy it? Can I sell him land? I want to do this now. I need a diplomat. I'm going to sell the nobles Hungary's old land. Do you guys want Pez? Hey, just take a look at our authority growth, though. Yeah, 1.7 a month. So that means that we can pass a reform like every few years, maybe? But we can do better. I didn't realize this, but I am the #1 power in the world. I could peace out the war. Ming is looking really juicy, too. That's what I was thinking. They have the vibe. But hey, we hit 20 million people. Maybe the Bank of Ming is open. I hope so, because I'm going to need it. Do I get credit for this? Like, if Ming wins, does he give me credit? Like, does he tell his people that it was like, that was a good guy? I hope so. I just hope Ming is like a good word to his people. I like how no one cares over here. Delhi's not even really concerned. He's just like, that's fine. It's just China. Who should I have Timur marry? The Kingdom of Hungary. They forgave me. That's very sweet. You gotta have a top quality wife here. Yeah, I have a diplomat. I could go talk to Bohemia again. I don't know if he's gonna be out of money though. I mean, he's got enough. I mean, he's in the H3 anyways. It's, it's all gonna be mine at the end of the day, right? The Bohemia economy's gonna keep my economy afloat. I have to support all of China. He doesn't, okay? But I don't know how much longer I should be in this war. Like, should I just like be happy with what I have, or do I keep going? I gotta constantly close down these buildings. I paid for my stability tax. I can be free now. In fact, I overpaid for it. They're not paying me enough money here, They're holding out on me. I don't get it. The peasant class are holding out on me. There's 20 million of you. You're not paying your taxes. You gotta pay your taxes. Just getting greedy now. I'm like, look down here. I'm like, there's no forts down here at all. This looks like my rightful land. Oh, it's tax season. The only time of year we need. Forget the rest of the holidays. I'm seeing a lot of not forts down here. When I say down here, I can't even find where I am in the map anymore. But down here, is this my land? Who are you? Who are you? Are you trying to steal my color? I don't know. I don't like it. I need to pass an imperial law here. I hope they get good cell service in China. I don't know how else I'm going to be passing this reform from China, but the reception's fine. The AI likes to grief and put for rotating emperorship. I have to waste authority just getting this back. I don't know what these buildings in China are ridiculously expensive. I don't know who invented them, but they are crippling their own nation. The inventor should be ashamed. I'm only losing 7 a month right now. It's a win. It's a nice time before our taxes expire. What? I want to know who Timur is entranced by. The temptation is becoming too much for him to bear. Isn't he a little busy in China? What do you mean? The Pashtuaks is the devil's, and it's not in China. I like how this is named now. Holy Roman Emperor Timur's Conquest. This is absolute peak. No, stop spamming with peace offers. I don't want to hear it. Stop. Stop. It's unethical. It's unethical. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. All right, I got my guys expanded. I can go to war. The good Holy Roman Emperor Timur's Conquest. Best CB in the game. Why are they so loud? How do I even find what I'm looking for anymore? All right, time to raise new levies. 67,000 levies. Not terrible. I just have to get down here again because Ming is occupying. He's trying to steal my war, more or less, right? But the good news is that I think I can help them resolve their issues. You see, if I annex both of them, they don't need to worry about the rebellions anymore. But yeah, I'm just gonna engage this pro tactic here. Everyone carpet siege. Everyone carpet siege. Get to Ming. I feel like I can form the H3 pretty quick with my current level of authority growth. But truly, I gotta get more people in the H3, right? There's not enough. Ming is a lovely place this time of year. And the reason being is because they have no forts. I love when they have no forts. It's like heaven. In fact, I haven't been to heaven yet, but if I ever do get there, I bet it won't have forts. There's a secret village over here. Like, look at this place. That's freaking amazing. I want it. Oh my goodness. Look at this. We could 567,000 Holy Roman Empire members in one city. Get me in there. When could I go to war? Oh, I got to re-raise my levies again, though. They're going to complain about it. Yeah. I got to turn off these buildings are trapped. Okay. Whatever this place is like heaven for the HRE. And I'm almost going to get to heaven. Ming, don't bully me like that. Bro, they lost. Imagine giving up when there's 986 people left and there's literally like 19,000 of you and you're like, we gotta go. We're getting cooked. Let's get out of here. Bro, I have so much of China though. I really just like, I'm looking at this land here and I'm just like, 10 million people. This place is amazing. That's insanity. It's like the promised land. It's crazy. I can't get over it. Oh my, look guys, India. I gotta get down to India. There's people there. There's 12 million people in Delhi. That could be mine. Why am I so greedy now for people? What's happened to me? Gotta make sure we always close down those super buildings. I don't know who could possibly afford those, but it's not me. But it's almost time to go and get a new CB. And then we have to get our troops re-raised. Well, these guys are cooked. Like, I don't know. Ming struggles out here. I gotta sell more land. Rahivia, I need you to help me. I'm in trouble. China's going around. You only have 85 ducats? Well, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Someone else has to have more money than that, right? Like Phasure over here? Phasure, the rebels. Can I sell the rebels a location and then annex them? Is that reasonable? Also, can I just, am I winning? Yeah, I kind of got distracted and didn't do that. I forgot that I had rebels over here completely. That's gonna do it for part 1. Also, I made a fort in every location in the entire world. And I want to give a special shout out to Lemon Cake, who inspired this.
It is easy to be brave behind a castle wall.